at the end of the movie, there's Supergirl comes in, and now rumors are that James Gunn. This is what I heard this week. I don't know how good the rumor is that his Gunn's next movie. He's kind of taken over the DC universe here, and his next movie is going to be Supergirl, which is why you saw that. And there was some talk about, what's his name, Jason Momoa in as Lobo. I think he's been asking to be Lobo for a long time. So, what did you guys? I don't know if you guys heard anything about that.
Yes, as far as I've heard, it's going to be released next summer.
Really? Okay, so that's not just a. All right. So what do you think of the portrayal of her? I mean, this is, I believe, RTBS. This is from, they're taking it from a certain comic book of Supergirl. It seems like that they're focusing on that. What that was called?
Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Woman of Tomorrow. That's the
written. Who's that written by? Who's that written by?
Tom King.
Oh, okay. Enough said. Done.
You're done.
Tom King.
Yeah, Tom King is a jackass, and anything he writes is sure to be pissing all over the character. Okay. And from what we've seen here, seems like right on track.
So
what do you?
You're out then.
We're going backwards, but what do you think? Well, Cam hates it, obviously. What do you guys think of the? What do you think about that situation?
Well,
kind of unusual.
Outpost Nerd just summed it up very succinctly that in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, you have the idea that Kal-El was sent to Earth as a baby. Well, and I'm not going to get into the details, but Kara was not a baby. She witnessed the destruction of Krypton, and she and Crypto, well, obviously Crypto in this, escaped, but she deals with the trauma of losing her world by not making great choices, including going to planets that have red suns and getting hammered. So, and it's just all about her dealing with that grief and trauma. So,
is that the whole book?
Yeah, it was a 7 or 8 episode chapter story. Went through 2021, 2022. I mean, it won an Eisner. It was nominated for an Eisner Award, but I guess that means nothing.
That doesn't mean anything.
An Eisner Award. Oh yes, okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, that doesn't mean nothing.
No, not anymore. Okay, so
it's
reality,
Supergirl PTSD. That's kind of
Well, you have to keep in mind. You have to realize every story that Tom King writes is about his own personal issues, whatever they might be, and clearly he fits the role of a bitchy little girl pretty well. So
I gotta say that I got sucked into the Mr. Miracle thing, and I was enjoying it. And then halfway through, there's a whole a whole book about a baby. They're looking after Mr. Miracle's getting up and looking after a baby and falling asleep, and he's all tired and blah blah blah. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! Then I found out that Tom King, at the same time when he's writing this, that he had a new kid and this was what he was doing. I'm like, this is a fucking comic book. What the hell is going on?
Whoa! Language alert here.
Sorry, excuse me.
Well, he also, it isn't going to just be based on his story. He's got a large role in putting together the screenplay. So
yeah, this is very bad news. It's I'm not. Well, look.
Was Tom King in the army? Did he serve in Iraq or something?
No, he was a CIA. He was a CIA agent of some sort. Is the story?
Oh, come on!
No, I think he was a
sneaking around in
but
or sitting behind a computer tapping away at stuff.
Yeah, most likely, but they can't talk about it, I guess. So, but yes, that's his background.
Me neither.
Story.
I can't talk about my time in the CIA.
Right.
That's why no one can talk about it, so you can't challenge me and find out I wasn't really.
Convenient, isn't it? But for those who don't know, Tom King is allowed by the morons who run DC Comics, and I'll go ahead and drop some names: Dan Didio, not there any longer, and Jim Lee, great artist, absolute frigging disgrace garbage tier as an editor or a storyteller, has allowed this moron, this broken, pathetic shell of a man, Tom King, to play out his therapy sessions, or maybe his self-therapy sessions, in comic books by trampling every character he touches. This guy shouldn't be allowed by law to deal with anyone else's IP ever. It's the biggest disgrace I've seen in comics, and that's a long list. So,
tell us what you really think, Cam.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
hold back.
I'm sorry.
Outpost Nerd. I hate monkeys too. Monkeys are creepy, man. They are evil.
Point is, Supergirl. This is pissing on Supergirl. Look, if they wanted to have a funny bit at the end, with her, an end credit scene, I think that would have been okay. Her being a drunk wasn't necessary. It could just be, oh yeah, she's an irresponsible teenager
which is what she normally is, right?
Well, not necessarily, but who has a bad dog. It explains the bad dog thing, right? And that would have been fine. Nope, they have to get into the whole thing. Oh yeah, she goes to Red Sun planets where she loses her powers so she can get drunk. Let's see about that. Kryptonian's kind of rare and, maybe a force for good generally, but this irresponsible idiot's going to go to a place where she could easily be killed by any number of enemies. Yeah, Superman's just like, oh, well, I'm kind of okay with that, I guess. I mean, he wasn't really okay with it, but it's happening. And my God, this is please, please, James Gunn, if you're out there, just let this stick as a stupid little thing and don't let this ever come to the screen. Please, you're gonna dump whatever goodwill you've gotten in the toilet immediately.
I do think there is a risk of that because, I don't think people are going to be familiar enough with Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, to understand, okay, at the end of the film, okay, it's funny. She went to Red Sun Planet, got drunk. She's got the dog. She called him bitch as she walks out. Haha, funny, nice little humorous way to wrap up the movie. But is this going to be able to carry a film that the average person is going to be able to relate to? I don't know.
Side note, if you, I've found that if you call someone a bitch, it really upsets them.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of seemed like Superman was kind of used to her behavior.
Oh yeah. Because Superman's not a fragile little girl who gets upset by that being.
It's just like kids. What do you do with them?
Yeah. I mean, a PTSD story can work, right? Like there's that American Sniper one, right? That's kind of a PTSD story. But come on,
right? And she's a teenage girl. Well, maybe she's older than a teenager now, but she was a teenage girl when that happened, and she's generally biologically younger than Superman in most comics, right? And kind of, Ruffy, you could correct me. At most times, she is kind of portrayed as a late teen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, 17.
Yes. She was, in iterations vary, but she was sent ahead to kind of be his guardian, Kal-El's guardian, and all this other stuff. But she got caught in a time warp, whatever you want to call it, and Kal-El arrives first and ages up and passes her in biological age, and then she arrives. So she went first. But he got there. He got to Earth before her. Like I said, there's several different iterations, and we don't have 2 hours to talk about that. But
and I know I just wanted to mention Supergirl at the beginning. I didn't want to.
Well, but this is important because we're talking about Superman, but this is also the launch point for the new, universe for them. But picture this. Everyone, we want to have whatever representation, girls, da da da. Okay, you want to have a movie that maybe appeals to young girls. And if you were a parent and you had a 15, 16-year-old girl, or maybe younger, probably younger, let's say 12.
Younger, yeah, let's say 12, because 12-year-olds are the ones who like to watch,
right.
Shows about 17-year-old.
Is this what you want to show them if you're that kid's parent? I wouldn't. I mean, this is a stupid mistake. And MS was mentioning there, the whole theater gasped when she called Superman a bee.
I was surprised. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
People
Again,
didn't gasp, but I mean, I was like, "Ugh."
no, it's a bad choice, really bad choice. There's been plenty of versions of Supergirl, and he seemed to find the worst possible one.